section by section. Because a lot of times when the hair frizzes, it's because you're grabbing too large of a section trying to apply the product, and you're not being thorough enough. So all of the product is not actually covering and coating the curls. And so that's a moment when you get frizz. And then after that, make sure that you don't touch your curls until after they dry. It's sort of like a set. You're setting your curls. So if you get to touching them and fooling with them while it's wet, that's going to cause frizz. When you dry them, make sure you go under a hooded dryer or diffuse them. A lot of people just air dry their hair, and a lot of times that causes frizz because, like I said, it's a set. So you want to set your curls in that product. So you go under a hooded dryer and you use low heat, because if you dry the hair too fast, it's going to cause frizz. I hope you're getting all this, Lorraine. So I'm talking y'all through everything I do to myself and my clients. So you got to be patient so that your hair can last. Because if I do all that the right way and I'm patient with my day that I shampoo my hair, then my curls being defined will last me every bit of 14 days. So it's worth taking your time. So after it's dry, make sure that you may need to squeeze on it if you're doing like a gel that's defining, because it'll be a cast, which needs to be broken, which means you squeeze on your curls and then it makes it soft. So at night, let me tell you about this. This is a big deal. When you go to sleep at night, what you sleep in matters. You need a satin or a silk bonnet or pillowcase like we talked about before. That is so important. If you do not sleep with the proper hair protection, you will be a frizzy mess. And when you are changing your clothes, shirt on, shirt off, put on the bonnet, because this is made of cotton. Cotton is the enemy of natural hair because it sucks the moisture from the hair. And when you suck the moisture from the hair, you will have frizz. So you keep all of those little tips in mind. I'm always like, I promise y'all, when I go get my mammogram or whatever appointment, and I know I have to take my shirt off, my bonnet is in my purse, because I don't want anything touching or disturbing my curls, because it will take all of the moisture and it will look a hot mess. So those are the tips when controlling frizz. It may sound like a lot, but once you get it down of knowing, okay, take my time, you can also add a little bit of oil to it when you're working your product through, but make sure it's wet. Whatever your hair looks like in its wet state is what it will look like when it's dry. There will be no surprises. So if it looks frizzy and undefined when it's wet, it's going to be like that when it's dry. So make sure that when you're going through that it's set and it's looking like you want it to look when it dries. I hope I answered your question, Lorraine. I gave you a lot of details, but I hope it helped. Okay, Lady Val, is biotin really good for the hair? Yes, it is. It makes the hair grow. That's one of the vitamins that makes the hair grow, but I've never really taken biotin just by itself for that specific reason, or pushed any of my clients to do that, because sometimes it makes the hair grow everywhere. So I always say just taking a multivitamin has biotin already in it, and it's a safe amount, and it does well with the hair growth. But in addition to that, when people do take biotin, of course, like I said, they're wanting their hair to grow. The most important part of hair growth that you can do on your own, that's really the simplest way, is scalp massage nightly or daily. Scalp massage, take about 5 minutes and just massage your scalp. I say nightly because it relaxes me. And Cadence come and lay in my lap and say, Mama, can you massage my head before I go to bed? But just massage your scalp, get your husband to do it, you do it. Just rub, because that brings the blood flow to the follicle, which is what promotes hair growth. So my grandmother is 83 years old, and as you get older, your growth of your hair will slow down. Her hair still grows like this. And I really believe it's because years ago when I told her, Grandmother, before you wrap your hair, make sure you massage your head. She still massages her head nightly, and her hair grows like weeds. So I believe that that is a really good tip that most people kind of bypass because they like, oh, it's just massage. No, it's a really big deal that you massage your hair or your scalp to promote that hair growth. But to answer the question, yes, biotin is good for the hair, but you could take the multivitamin and get that from the biotin and the multivitamin, not necessarily take an extra supplement of it to get your hair to grow. Any other questions, everybody? I love y'all's questions. Refresh Rosalind say, I've been doing it all wrong. Yes, Lady Val, I can't wait to see your results. Yes, yes, yes. Good, Lorraine, I'm glad you did. Yes, massage your scalp. Yes. And so what happens is, you know, when we product founders, we come out with the growth oils because, you know, everybody's like, oh, this oil grows your hair. No, my oil grows your hair. Oh, this oil grows your hair, right? So what do? Just like I told Lady Val when she asked me, how many times a night do I apply the oil? Well, when you apply the oil, what do? You massage your scalp. So in my mind, I feel like when these oils, the reason why they're working out, partly of it are the ingredients in the oil. Because in my oil, I put ingredients in that promote hair growth. They bring blood flow to the follicle. That's what makes the hair grow. So with the act of actually bringing blood flow to the follicle, which is the massage, partnered up with the ingredients that also brings blood to the follicle, that's why the hair grows. Because it makes people actually touch and massage their scalp, something that they never did before they apply the oil. So that's it. That's it. So yes, massage is so important. So important. And free. And free and relaxing. So utilize it because it's amazing. Yes, Lady Val, massage your scalp. I cannot wait to see your results. Good evening, Clarissa. Yes, it keeps your eyebrows thick. Yes, it does. It really, really does. So y'all get to massage, and I want to see y'all before and after pics. I want to get some messages about how you see your hair growing. And it just feels good. It's just relaxing for you mentally, your whole entire body. It's really relaxing, and it's necessary for you to have some self-care. Any other questions, ladies? Massage and keep your bonnet on with you to protect. Yes, protect from cotton. Protect. I do not play around. And I'm teaching my youngest Cadence because she's 8. And she always, when I do her hair, then I'm going to go put on my hoodie. I'm like, no, where's your bonnet? And she's looking at me like, what? Because that taking the shirt off and putting it back on will totally ruin your hair. So people always ask me, how do my curls stay? Just like this is so old, y'all. It's so old. So, but it still looks pretty good. But it's like almost 18 or 19 days old. 18 or 19 days old. And that's because I protect it. I protect it from things that suck moisture from it. And yeah, that's what I do. But yes, protect those curls. Protect your hair from things that suck moisture like cotton. Don't ever take a nap, put a bonnet on. Don't just fall asleep on the couch. If you feel yourself sleepy and you're going to lay down, go get your bonnet and throw it on. Don't let your head touch that pillow without a bonnet or any type of protection, because your hair won't last. And then you think it's the product, or you're like, what's wrong with my hair? It's just the way you maintain it after you do it. It has to be consistent. And like I said, a big thing, don't touch it until after it dries. You do those twist outs and curls, do not touch it. If you're trying to check for dryness, you better just tap it like this. And when you are manipulating your curls after they're set, Do not rake. Don't rake your fingers through. You touch with your fingertips, because if you're raking through, look, I'm gonna do my hair so I can show y'all. But if I've seen people just do like this, you see how that made that frizz? You can't touch your hair like that. You have to touch it just with your fingertips, because you don't want to disturb what you've put in place. If you're raking through, you get that. Y'all see that? And so a lot of people just don't know how to touch their hair when it's in its natural state after it's been set. Because you can't just be raking, and you can't do that. Now I look like a crazy mess, but yeah, you can't do that. But I really want to show y'all that example, because a lot of women, that's why their styles don't last. They've done everything else right, and then afterwards they're like, oh yeah, girl, and don't go somewhere and somebody like, oh, your hair. No, don't touch my hair. Do not touch my hair, because people don't know how to touch it, and then you don't know where their hands have been. There's bacteria. Don't let people touch your hair in public. And learn how to touch your own hair in a way to which you can manipulate. I even touch it with my palm. If I want to make it big, I just take it and I pull on it. Therefore, I'm not scraping it with my nails and breaking what I created. But I hope that helped. I'm so glad to be able to share this with y'all. Anybody else? Any more questions? If not, protect those curls from cotton. That's right. I need to get a shirt that says that, Bianca. You guilty, you have to do better. That's why we're here. That's why I'm glad to be able to share this knowledge, to let you know just the small little things that matter, because you just don't know until you know. And now you know. Now you can do better. But if y'all have any questions for me, y'all know how to reach me. But if y'all don't have any more for tonight's hair talk, I really enjoyed this. Thank y'all for tuning in. Any more questions? If not, I'm going to go ahead and log off. And y'all send me some questions about, thank you, Bianca. Send me some questions. Yes, do not touch my hair. You don't know where their hands been. Just don't touch me, period, without my permission. Yes, so I will see you all next Monday. Until then, you all have an amazing week. I'm going to be sharing some more stuff. Yes, I'm so happy, Phyllis. Oh, yes. Thank y'all so much. You're so welcome. All right, well, I'm logging off. I love you all. I'll see y'all next Monday for Hair Talk.